Yeah! I had to answer the call, I guess, because maybe it was important, but not urgent, I guess. Not urgent. And that's what we gotta get doing with that, and we gotta get doing on the go. So now I'm going towards the sun again. Second part of the first one. Special Dragon vs. Trump edition, Dragon vs. Trump edition, Dragon vs. Trump edition, Dragon vs. Trump edition, Dragon vs. Trump edition. Special Dragon vs. Trump. And gotta salute the train conductors. Gotta send them some LOV. Butchers, firefighters, nurses in the daycares who chase some of those diapers. Rock and roll, financially struggling, but grateful, thankful. My rent's paid, electricity bills paid, got food and coffee, and gotta get out of the way for my fellow citizens there. Cross on the streets and get it on the go, and get it on the go with that, and going on towards the sun, you know. And financially stressed, and gotta circumvent here because the person who called was an important call, and probably very important for me, you know. So gotta salute the construction workers, because I will to build the Forgotten Goddess Temple and the North American Integrated Coliseum, the North American People's Imperial Coliseum, and I will to build the North American Imperial People's Coliseum. So gotta salute LOV, the construction workers, and my anonymous friend who called, who, if I make $1 million, gonna make $1 million, a billion, gonna give half, and that's what it is for now. So that's what it is for the go. So that's what it is for the now. So we're gonna go towards the sun, and hydrate and joyous, financially stressed, but my rent's paid, electricity bills paid, got food at home, got a little bit of that hava. So I gotta get those. Pledge your allegiance to our family. Pledge your allegiance to our family. Pledge your allegiance to our family, you know. So we gotta get it on the go. So that is the one way, and we're going towards the sun, and we gotta also be mindful, grateful for the day, because I survived COVID in 2020, and since then I take it every day. It's carpe diem every day, you know. So I just had to interrupt the first video because of somebody who called is important, and I already proposed to that person, and I'm gonna propose again. Deadline by November 17th. By November 17th deadline, you know. So that's the deadline again for proposed open BDSM switch, special marriage, maybe even cuckold 21st century of being androgynous pansexual, you know, 50-50 androgynous pansexual. It's gonna be a type of special marriage. Let's get married, everybody. Telemites, sourers and freighters, all the sourers and freighters, get it on that telemite. We're gonna go all the way towards the sun, and we're gonna get towards that sunset. And we got a LOV, you know. What gives me hope, somebody's making love today. Love and lust. Somebody's making love. Somebody's making that good pleasure. Somebody's giving some charity. Somebody's not being that selfish. I know somebody's letting the best of them, getting the best, and doing some acts of kindness. And the youth are innocent. The youth, you know. They're innocent. So, hey, LOV to them, you know. Somebody dancing, hugging across North America, regardless of our adult frustrations and whatever the case may be, you know. My little tiny hands, tiny feet, tiny clit, dig clit, 50-50 scars and trauma that I lived, you know. That's important. What's important is the youth. They're innocent. The youth, safe and loving, and gonna rebuild here North American Collectif together. Gonna play that defense coast to coast. We're gonna play that defense coast to coast. We're gonna play that defense coast to coast, you know. Only defense, North American Collectif Civilizational Complex. As I go towards the sun, my Publik King, on this day I made a new protocol principle that if of course I don't reach the mountain, my second home Mount Road, by 3 o'clock, I'm gonna do a little bit of and go towards the sunset, because sunset until December 24th is earlier and earlier, and sunset until December 24th is earlier and earlier sunset. And see how an Aspie mind works. Gotta give a shout out to Aspie. now I focused on those numbers. So we Aspies have obsessive interest. Aspies like myself with HFA, high functioning autistic, we have obsessive interest. And those obsessive interests are always constantly at certain points in time in the mind. Even now I'm meditating on geopolitics and rock and roll and dance moves and choreography of dance, what have you, because those are my three holy trinity obsessive interests. And of course, I just noticed how symmetrical the numbers were aligned. So there was a T and a 44. There was only the number 44 inside for 4 letters. So it was AEK, right? And then 44T, AEK 44T, AEK 44T. So their alignment of the letters, I paid attention to certain details, and to me, I found it symmetrical. So that's Asperger's for you. We tend sometimes to focus on certain details that somebody would have said, what WTF, what the WTF, what the WTF, that's what would have happened, 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 you know. So now going towards the sun, you know, we got to get it on that drill, getting on that drill with that, and that's what we got to get on that love, you know. So somebody make it loving, but, you know, I don't turn the other cheek, maybe avenge that 7 times 7 fold, do the math please. Maybe avenge that 7 times 7 fold, do the math please. And 418 for my fellow Telemites, you know, 418. I don't turn the other cheek, maybe avenge that 7 fold please. And of course with my scars. And I like to say I don't owe nobody nothing. And that's 93. 93 on the place, so that's what it is with that, that's what it is with that. So that's what it is for the go. So this is gonna circumvent, and I'm actually gonna maybe not cross. Okay, I won't cross the, yeah, let's go by up. I'm gonna go up. I decided I'm riding. Gonna salute. Salutations to the train conductors and the workers. Those workers of the 20th century. Imagine all that brains and muscle to build all that. To build all the bridges, all the railways, and see now how my Aspie mind works, because my obsessive interest is geopolitics. 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 You know, that's why I put in the context for defense only, and I meditate on scenarios, geopolitical scenarios, possible nuclear war, possible fomentation by outside exterior forces of non-NATO aligned diaspora hostile groups, non-NATO aligned diaspora hostile groups, non-NATO aligned diaspora hostile groups. And in that context, you know, because that's how I am, as a pro-labor and love revolutionary centrist, North American, Canadian, Quebecer, my home here, the children, the youth, the elderly, and those who build, of course. Oh, look at the infrastructure. We need to rebuild infrastructure. My brothers and sisters, I'm going to bring the DRT in again, because it's the debt refusion theory, which is the only solution now. There's no other solution but the DRT, the debt refusion theory, for the creation of the UE, the universal exchange unit, for the creation of the universal exchange unit, for the creation of the universal exchange unit, for the creation of the universal exchange unit. There's no other solution now. There's no other solution now but the DRT. The DRT, and that's the mountain there, that's the mountain. See, that's the mountain there. That's the mountain. Mount Royal there. That's the mountain. Mount Royal right there. And beautiful blue sky, and gotta send some LOV to the firefighters. LOV to the vets. Remembrance Day yesterday. I gotta give some love, and I'm willing to wash their feet, because, you know, freedom got to be ensured. It's not totally there, very few of us, but, you know, we have our pride, we have our LGBTQ, myself being androgynous, pansexual, part of the Rainbow Nation, LGBTQ community. You know, I never had, well, some people online and all that, or whatever have you, some nasty things and whatever have you, discrimination, but generally fellow Quebecers, Canadians, sometimes laugh, sometimes it's good for you, whatever the case may be. So I never lived much discrimination from my fellow Quebecers or Canadians, although some have happened, whatever the case may be. But it has happened, of course, because there still is. Being LGBTQ, pansexual, you know, gay, bi, gay, both in one. In pansexual includes, you know, being gay, you know, being pansexual, that's pansexuality. It includes being the rainbow. Anyways, rock and roll without farmers, butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, grocery store clerks, and we gotta get it on that go. Towards the sun I go. Wow. I'm so grateful for today on my workout, and I interrupted the first one. It wasn't considered an interruption because, of course, I was, on the go, and I was on the go for that, and I was on the go for now to get it on the go. So I always got to keep it on the motion, and not always, of course. Sometimes I need my rest, but I love now the fact that I'm going towards the sun, and I'm seeing some youth dancing and making some of that LOV and hugging, and being good, being kind, and the children are innocent and they have a sense of justice. It has a sense of justice. They have a sense of justice. My justice to my brothers and sisters who are blacks, 13.3%, are blacks, and we have sometimes within ourselves, sometimes it's subconscious. So I put on the table kisses, because kisses I got first and foremost. Trillions of kisses created from the forgotten goddess. Trillions of kisses created from the forgotten goddess, and that's the foundations of the dancing goddess in the dragon kingdom. Because money, I'm myself financially stressed at the moment. Money, I'm myself financially stressed, so I cannot help in the monetary wise, whatever the case may be. But if I would be happy, I would have loved to have $44 billion now. I would have loved to have $44 billion now. I would have loved to have $44 billion now. I would have loved to have $44 billion now, I would have given 10%. 10% of 44 billion would have been 4.4 billion. A billion is 1,000 million. Gotta turn my head left and right because you never know. Sometimes brakes malfunction. There's a solar flare. The citizen driver presses the accelerator instead of the brake. So I gotta go on the do, and we gotta get on the now. So that's what I would have went. When Donald Trump got elected, the election of Donald Trump, I would have went until, of course, December 24th. So for a few weeks, I would have been across North America. Gotta send some LOV to the firefighters. LOV to the firefighters. Gotta send some LOV to the firefighters, So that's what it is. LOV to the firefighters, and that's what it is with that. So that's what we gotta get doing with that. So LOV to the firefighters, And I would have loved to have that 44 billion in order to give 10%. 10% would have been, of course, $40.4 billion to distribute freely across the North American complex to vets, to senior citizens, to whoever needs it. I said 50,000 is your second chance. 3 years, you can rent something for 3 years. Rent an apartment. You can rent an apartment, get clean, get off the addictions. And this is my redemption, because I know I have my second chances with the scars, having survived being surprise attack a few years ago. Montreal Metro night hit my head. It was I had a dislocated shoulder, hit my head, and I survived. And I had my own Cillian pirate episode, So now I go towards the sun and meditate, and I gotta get that HYDRT. So what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna get a cup of coffee. So I guess with a cup of coffee is gonna be the third video, because it's gonna be third once again, and then we're gonna clock it in for the third one towards the it's a Go Aspie event. Go anonymous friend. Go butchers, go bakers, go truckers. I love you to the truckers on the road. The truckers, those in the daycares changing some diapers, warehouse workers, always thinking about you guys also. The carpenters, the electricians, the plumbers, the electricians, the plumbers, the electricians, the bakers, the plumbers, the electricians, the bakers, the electricians, the plumbers, and all those involved in the distribution and production of food, all that 3G, 4G, 5G, and those who get it on the go and those who get it on the now. So, the mathematicians, also scientists. In a parallel life, I'm a super scientist. In a parallel life, I'm a super scientist. In a parallel life, I create, make, design supercomputers and microchips, ICBM rockets, and all sorts of things which I gotta go on to do, and gotta go on the now for XYZ. Towards the sun I go, and gotta give that meditation, and always in a grateful manner. Civilization is a privilege, That was my thesis commencing 2023. The privilege of civilization, and it is, just the aqueducts. Imagine all the aqueducts for us to have clean water, renewable water, to have it. It's quite a privilege, quite a blessing, to have that, and it's something that we're gonna get going. And I decided that I'm gonna go not get one at Tim Hortons, because I think it's on the more pricey side if I get it here than if I get it somewhere else. I think they still have $1. Gotta salute the public workers. Salute. Closing a little bit of that water. So, sees the public workers. Somebody gotta sing some rock and roll. Somebody gotta sing some rock and roll. Somebody gotta sing some rock and roll. Somebody gotta sing some rock and roll with that, and that's how we gotta get doing with that. And the public workers and the truckers, the nurses, the doctors, the butchers. Think about all the butchers. Hey, that's a profession I like. I'm a geopolitical theoretical analyst and theorist, and maintaining an employment, of course, has been, more struggle with me because of Asperger's, but HFA is not a mental illness, a neurological mental divergent condition, which makes Aspies like myself predisposed. And I gotta give a shout out to Aspie World, who in the past 45 months since I've accepted, because I've been diagnosed unofficially by several citizens who have some knowledge of the condition that I have, Asperger's, HFA, high functioning autism, and that's what's happening with me 24/7 is the study, the analysis of geopolitics. Actually, 5 years ago, I predicted an international conflagration. I predicted an international conflagration. I predicted an international conflagration. I predicted an international conflagration back, of course, in 2019. I predicted an international conflagration back in 2019 based on several levels of analysis. I predicted the international conflagration. And of course, in a general manner, not in a detailed manner, in an overall manner, I made that prediction based on the fact that I am an independent geopolitical theoretical analyst and theorist that's Asperger's for you. We excel, are super good at those things which we are obsessed about. And my holy trinity has been, is, and will be this: geopolitics, sports, fitness. Dancing is my favorite sport. And sports, fitness, and dancing. And rock and roll with that. So we're going towards the sun with that, and that's how we're gonna go drill it with that towards the sun. A little bit of sun rays. And thank you to those who are making a little bit of sandwiches, a little bit of pizzas, and the construction workers. I need you construction workers to help build the Forgotten Goddess Temple. Parallel to the Forgotten Goddess Temple. My other will, of course, is to build the North American Imperial People's Coliseum. As I go towards the sun now. The sun always rises and sun sets. Gotta give a shout out to my fellow bus drivers there, those who build the buses, who build the garbage collection trucks. So much brains and muscle, 20th century workers. Thank you. Gotta send them some a little bit of LOV, things we take for granted, Things we take for granted, That's what it is, think we take for granted, That's what it is with us. Somebody wearing that good red, man. That good red. That good red. That's what it is with that. It's gonna go in the sun here. I'm gonna go get it for the sun, Gonna go press the button, see if there's a button there we gotta press, see? Oh no, that's for the other side. The button, so. Anyways, gonna go all the way to the sun, and gonna go circumvention towards the sun, and we're gonna wait, of course, for the XYZ, and that's how I need to be doing on the LOV, Anyways, the butchers, the bakers, the nurses, imagine all the satellites in the sky. You get that full moon place, and gotta get that full moon with it, and that's how we gotta get doing with that on the drill, and the XYZ, and it's always something which we gotta get butchered on the butchers, the bakers, the nurses, the doctors. I see the butchers across North America. I see the bakers across North America. I see the construction workers doing on those steel toes, going up the cranes, being a fan of those cranes on the lanes, Now it's my time to pass, and gotta make sure that I pass safely, because you never know. What if the citizen driver presses the accelerator, and I'm always got my eye like the hawk, H-A-W-K, hawk on the youth. Like a hawk, H-A-W-K, my totem bird, and some my fellow, I don't know if it's a man, he or she, or they, brother and sister in a uniform, maybe part of the LGBTQ community, somebody else wearing red. Red's my favorite color, and I play that 50-50, gotta get that red, but if financially stressed. I'm financially stressed, but I'm joyous today, you know, and we got a reconciliation. To my brothers and sisters who are incarcerated, you know, we got to get that together, public-private partnership. North American Criminal Rehabilitation Act, a project that I started working on in April 2020, right after I came out of COVID. I said, right after I came out of COVID, I had a project called the North American Criminal Rehabilitation Act, the North American Criminal Rehabilitation Act, the North American Criminal Rehabilitation Act, North American Criminal Rehabilitation Act. In a centrist manner, you know, to get building the infrastructures. Do whatever service and security. We got to get that service and security. Defense, the Dragon Army, public-private partnership, the Dancing Goddess, and the Dragon Kingdom. The North American Collective Workers Party, the North American Collective Workers Party, the North American Collective Workers Party. Let's launch the North American Collective Workers Party, the North American Collective Workers Party, the North American Collective Workers Party. Together on the feet, we're gonna go, of course, towards the sun, the North American Collective Workers Party, and that's what it is for that, for the drill, and that's what it is for the hope, for the butchers, the bakers, the nurses, the doctors, for all those involved in the production and the distribution of food. You know, we got to cross on the go, and we always got to get it on the go, on the now. You know, we always got to thinking about XYZ love, and thinking about those skies. Look at that beautiful sky, just so beautiful. Now I got to go on the other way, got to salute that fellow worker. Give him a raise, please give him a raise. Give him 10%. Look, that moon was getting full. Goddess moon, full moon into Friday night until Saturday, 3 days. And I got plenty of second. Give that workers, the North American Collective Workers Party. It should be a little bit of 44.9%, 44.9%. The reduction of the tickets of the NFL, National Football League, NHL, National Hockey League, NBA, and MLB. That's what I'm calling for and advocating, because that's my calculation, to be at par with whatever the prices increasing since COVID have been. Whatever the prices of COVID have been since the prices of COVID have increased during COVID, and it's still increasing. Just to make a parallel on the personal note, the prices, of course, of the chocolate have increased. I used to buy chocolate for $1, 100 grams. Very good chocolate. It increased to $1.70, but 17 cents is 17%. And the wafers, 175 grams wafers. I used to purchase regular. I still did. They went to $1.25. That's 25%, though. 25%. So if I buy 4, I lose 1. So before I used to buy 5 for 5. Now I buy only 4 for 5. So that's a big increase. But the question, of course, is where did the increase occur? Or is it possible that the increase occurred at the 3 levels? The production, because those wafers are imported from Europe. So it could have been at the base in Europe where they manufacture them at the factory. It could have also been the transport. 6 cents. The transport, 6 cents, the original factory, and then the rest, 6 plus 6, that's 12, plus if it's 25, that means 12, 25 minus 12, that's 13 cents. So where the rest of the 13 cents? So it could have been, I'm just making up the numbers, but fact is that at the consumer level, myself, I paid 25 cents more than I paid during the whole 45 months of COVID, since I started buying it during COVID, about 46 months ago or so. More than 3.5 years ago, more than 44 months ago, more than 44 months ago. It could be even like close to 5 years that I purchased those same ones. So it could be even more than 5 years that I purchased those same ones. It could be that, of course, it could be all those 5 that I purchased during the past 5 years, during the past 5 years. It could be those, of course. That's what it is with that, and it could be something in that matter. So here we are, independent aspie artist, athlete, philosopher, and admiring some of those cranes, and loving me a little bit of butter, and I got a bit of chair, painted red, and red's my favorite color, but I play black and white on rainbow. Play black and white on rainbow, you know. Play black and white on rainbow, black and white on rainbow, and a new place coming here, I guess, and you got it on the south and on the north, you know. I'm actually going east now, so I'm going east towards the sun. I'm actually going east. I want to sing a little bit of a song now, a little bit of rock and roll freestyle. For the greatest person that I know, who wasn't my friend because of the money, because I never had any, so that anonymous, you know. On the road, with the dancing and the clapping. Yeah, I don't mind marry that cuckold. Oh, maybe I'm too young and I'm too old. Like that Brady won the Super Bowl at 45, at 45, at 45. I ain't that old yet. I don't even know that I've been upset. I done lost the memory, got the scars so you can see. Yeah, I got scars so you can see. I got scars so you can see. There's that chip up in the sun. There's the rainbow dragon one. I ain't perfect, I got flaws and vices. Yeah, lust, and you know that's a fact with it. Yeah, lust, and that's the fact with it. Yeah, lust. L-U-S-T. You know that's that harmony. For the bacon, for the love. For the scream and for the screech. For the trouble with the dollar. For the rainbow, that's the fella. For those in the daycares. Changing me some diapers. For you know up in the go. For you know up in the sew. For you know up in this blow. For the butchers and the bakers and the nurses and the people. Let's get for that collective, for that North American hectic. That's eclectic, that's a hectic, and you know we're in appel, Privee, so I gotta one time point it for that friendship. Point it for that friendship, point it for that friendship, point it for that, let it go on the twist. Let it go from those hips. And I'm freestyle rock and roll so you can know that I'm the dragon rainbow. Play that black and white and rainbow. So that see that you know, so that see that you do, so that see that you up and that go and I'm up and that go and that rock and that roll and that rock and that show, and that rock and the blow, and they rocking the soul, and they rocking the flow, and they rocking the dough, and they rocking the crows. Something like this, hey, that I gotta love me some of those crows, some of those doughs, some of those crows for you that you know, for that you see up in the window. Got a reconciliation, got to reconcile, brothers and sisters, North Americans unite. I predicted what's happening now back in 2019 based on my parameters, which, if I can summarize, my prediction was, of course, that due to the fact that we had, of course, the fact was that we had. I made an analysis, and my prediction was based on one of the main points was that due to the fact that civilizations and regions were not able to reconcile their 20th century conflicts, is going to be a spillover in the 21st century. It's much more to it than that, but that was one of my main basis points of my geopolitical analysis. I do it on the daily, of course. I'm an independent geopolitical theoretical analyst and theorist, and that's what it is, that's what I do. So it is something which I do on the daily. Even now when I look at the bus, I got a flash in the terms of defense, coast to coast, ocean to ocean, security and service, and my philosophies and initiatives based on geopolitics. Because of course, public transit can be part of geopolitics. In terms of war, and defense is something which the infrastructure, the farming, the electrical power grid got to be on that defense, you know. And that's the protocols, and I predicted based on the fact that there were not many civilizations and regions that were not able to reconcile fully their conflicts from the 20th century. And the reminder that we had more than 44 years of the Cold War. More than 44 years of the Cold War. The Cold War lasted more than 44 years. So the Cold War was 44 years and 9 months. 44 years and 9 months. That's my estimation according to some. It's the majority of scholars and academics and intellectuals pinpointed and say that that's what it was. 44 years, 9 months. So some people say 45, some people say 45, some people say 45. Me, I'm content with saying 44 years and 9 months, 44 years and 9 months, 44 years and 10 months, 11 months, some say 11 months. More than 44 years, between 44 years and 45, close to 45, there we go. We can make a compromise, close to 45, we can make a compromise, close to 45. Today somebody hugging like you never hugged before with consent, right? That's the main message. Leaders of the free world, drop down, give me some push-ups. They hug like you never hugged before is the main message. Hug like you never hugged before is the main message. Hug like you never hugged before is the main message. Hug like you never hugged before is the main message. Hug like you never hugged before is the main message. Hug like you never hugged before is the main message. Gonna go towards the sun, and I'm still gonna propose a marriage. Open BDSM, switch, whatever. Cuckold marriage. I can be a cuck, why not? Why not? I can be a cuck, why not? I can be a cuck, why not? Hey, black, white, and rainbow. Played that defense though, like I'm defending Brady, or one of my favorite Super Bowls. Hardball ball. We're gonna play defense like that. Hardball ball. Because the San Francisco 49ers lost. My Niners lost. Please reduce the tickets. NFL, National Football League, NHL, National Hockey League, NBA, National Basketball Association, MLB. Please reduce the ticket cost for the 44.9%, and please give the public workers, those who pick up the garbage. Those who pick up the garbage. That's my second home. So we're gonna put a new principle in this coming days, weeks until April 7, 8, until April 7, 8. If I don't reach the mountain by 3 o'clock, by that time, doing basically the autumn winter time, I'm gonna turn back and go towards the sun, because the sunset is so nice. So that's gonna be a principle for me to get more sun. So basically the best way for me to go would be in the morning to get on the sunrise, and sunset, go towards the river, because now we're heading towards the river and the Lachine Canal. So I'm just gonna go get a cup of coffee, because I think it's still $1. Still affordable for $1, so we're gonna rock and roll with that. But encouraging all to work out, train, exercise. My fitness journey began 7 years ago when I got out of being depressed and suicidal. I'm pressing this button here with this red scarf, auctioning the red scarf for me. I'm gonna give half 50% to my anonymous friend. Always putting this in a geopolitical context. In a worst case scenario, it could be orchids, bacteria, microbes, germs, and biological weaponry exists. Bioweapons. A lot of them were manufactured during the almost 45 years of the Cold War. So I got 16 seconds. I'm just gonna pass, and I got plenty of time. 11 seconds, 10 seconds, 9 seconds. So it's just that I had to hold my cap because it's windy. But be prudent with the cars. It's always good to be prudent, and go check out for that coffee if it's still 99 cents, and that's how we rock and roll with it. Grateful, thankful, rent's paid, electricity bill's paid, and we're gonna go for part three in the sun. And how much is the gas? I drive these without auctioning them for $1 million. Gas is $1.56, so average gas in 2020 February March was 93 cents. So it's still very high. It's still very high. It's still very high. Anyways, I'm gonna go all the way to the sun, and we're gonna go get it for the left or right, and gonna try to see if it's still 99 cents. I hope it is, and please give some charity, billionaires. I would have loved to go distribute. If I would have been a billionaire, I would have taken 10% when Trump got elected. By the time when he got elected for the next until December 24th, I would have just went on the homeless, the vulnerable. Whatever it is, 50,000. I would have given 50,000. 44,718. 44,718. 44,718. 44,718. 44,718. 44,718, and that would have been it for that 50,000. That's all they're gonna get doing with that, so that's all we're gonna get on the doing with now. I'm gonna just wait, and of course to pass here safely, prudently. We're gonna get it on the go with now, so that's all we're gonna get doing. And I gotta extend some LOV to my brothers and sisters, of course, blacks, white, and browns, North Americans unite. That is the drill with that. And that is what, of course, they like to doing on the XYZ and to doing on the loving, and that's all we gotta get doing on the inside and on the out. And we gotta get on that strength today. And sometimes it's not just strength, it's not just force, but we gotta get it on the XYZ. And it's also love and understanding. 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 It's also love and understanding with that. And it's not all about fitness, sports, and fitness and strength. It gotta be some love. Somebody better make love today across North America, Canada, Quebec, North America. Otherwise, what are we fighting to save for the free world? Wall Street. They got their money, got their paper. Salute the butchers, give some free tickets. Finance the firefighters. LOV to the firefighters. A massage therapy session. Firefighters, truckers, butchers. Let's go for the collective. North American Collective Workers Party. North American Collective Workers Party. North American Collective Workers Party. Oh yeah, they still got it on $1, so I'm gonna go get it. Hi, can I just have a coffee for $1?
Yeah, no problem. What would you like inside your coffee?
Can I have 1 milk, 1 cream, 1 sugar, please?
No problem.
Thank you guys so much.
Oh, it's 120. Okay.
Until when is the special?
The end of the year.
Okay, nice. But it's only small?
The small, it's for $1.
Can I get the medium for the same?
The medium, it's 125.
I'll get the medium.
Okay,
it's not
no.
that big a difference.
Yeah, no problem. So with the tax, it will be 143, please.
Thank you. I gotta say that I admire you guys, how you guys working in fast food. I wouldn't last a day.
Depend of the day, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes it's fine, but sometimes honestly it's
Usually
tough.
when I come here, it's really busy.
Yeah.
Usually when I come for burgers, it's very rarely I come, but
Do you need the bill, sir?
I'll keep it. 1 milk, 1 cream, 1 sugar, please. Thank you. Awesome. Oh, can I get a napkin, please?
Yeah, no problem.
1 or 2. 2 is fine, just left and right hand.
No, it's fine. Have a good day.
Hope you guys get a raise. Bye. Bye. Yeah. Yeah. Not bad. And you know, that's how it is with us. So I'm always gonna get it for the workers, you know. I admire the fast food workers. I really admire the fast food workers. It's really something which I admire. I'm good at dancing, good at geopolitics, good at rock and roll, but I gotta rock and roll. Hey, for the fast food workers now, let's go. A little bit of rock and roll. A little bit of rock and roll for the fast food workers. Fast food workers! Chopping up, putting some of that lettuce. You guys are the makers and the shakers. Without you, there would be the truckers. Lots of them, they're eating those hamburgers. Truckers and the nurses and that fast food on the go. Giving them some raise up in the go. Giving them some raise up in the dough. Giving them some raise up in the go. Giving them some raise up in the soul. Giving them some of those raise. And you know, we rock and roll phase for the fast food and the joints. Got a coffee, place. Oh, look at that place. We're gonna get it for the days. We're gonna get it for the strays. We're gonna get it for the hay. We're gonna get it for the bay. We're gonna get it for the North American Collective Workers Party on the day. Every day. Gotta turn my head left or right here before I cross the street. Because you never know. Yeah, see, I gotta be prudent because brakes malfunction. What if the citizen presses the accelerator? Now I can rock and roll some more towards the sun. I got that coffee. Got that coffee in my hand. If I make $1 million, $1 trillion, gonna give half, 50% to my anonymous friend, who wasn't my friend because of the money, because for the past 7+ years, I never really had any. I can ask me, I can go just ask her. I can do that black and white and rainbow, that nasty, play it fast me. Play it past me, fast food workers, gotta love them. LOV, man, LOV, LO freaking V. To those doing fast food workers across North America, baking up some of those cheese, some of that lettuce. Crane conductors, operators on those cranes, hey, support build the Forgotten Goddess Temple, LOV, get back home safely. Forgotten Goddess Temple in the North American Imperial Coliseum, Imperial People's Coliseum. I always meditate how they were built, how they're operating, where they were built, what's their capacity. I have a little bit of a crane fetish. So salute. $1.25 with taxes less than $1.50. I had $2 to spare because I'm on a tight budget, but for the workout I guess it's gonna improve, so I'm gonna drink a little bit, let's sip. I'm gonna switch a little bit. Gonna wait for that light, see the sun. Now the sun can be blinding, and looking at the moon is gonna be on that fool a little bit. So I'm gonna check my hand, maybe do a little bit of stretching left or right. It's not bad. Oh, did not forget to put the milk, cream, and sugar. So I got it on the go. Now we're gonna go get out of the way for my fellow citizens, because I love it when I see them working out, training, exercising, and I always gotta get for that LOV. I always gotta encourage some of that fitness and my fellow citizen there going on a jog, and I love to see people working out, training and exercising. It's something which I really enjoy myself, you know. When I see people working out, training, and my fellow citizens, and I wish, if I would have been a millionaire, I wanted to of course get, to finance, to buy the Victoire, the Professional Women's Hockey League, Professional Women's Hockey League, Professional Women's Hockey League, Professional Women's Hockey League, you know. Professional Women's Hockey League. PVHL, the Victoire. That's what it is with that. And
an actual. It would sound good.
What time did you get one? In the
yeah, got some LOV, you know, we gotta get some of that love and drink a little bit of sip of that, drink with that, and that's just what we gotta do, you know. Here in my neighborhood, now back in my neighborhood, well, that's south. I'm going east, by the way. I'm no longer going west. Towards the mountain is that way, the west, you know. So now I switched it up a little bit. So now we're gonna do a little bit more switch. Just gonna switch the hands a little bit. And we're gonna continue the march, working out march. And I really gotta do some push-ups. I think I'm just gonna stop at one point, do some push-ups in the sun, whatever the case may be, but I really gotta do some push-ups. I really wanted to play and give Victoire, you know? The Victoire. The Victoire. Victoire is the hockey team of Montreal. PVHL, Professional Women's Hockey League. Professional Women's Hockey League. I would have loved to got hundreds and distributed them to. Across my neighborhood here, it's 135, but if I would have been a millionaire, let's go Céline Pelado. I would have loved to distribute them, you know? Here in my neighborhood, and not far from here, I used to do laundry. Right there, a little bit of laundry right there. As a matter of fact, I guess we can go by that side. We could just circumvent and go on the clock there, and gotta get it on the go. Besides, I really need to go to the washroom and say maybe we're gonna change it a bit. I really need to go to the washroom, so better go appropriately. So that's gonna be part one here. But so laundry, I used to do it right there for years, and I gotta be grateful, thankful that I got a laundry machine that functions thanks to my anonymous friend. I gotta be grateful of that, and I would have loved to distribute here on the holidays, you know, candies for the Halloween, but financially I'm stressed, you know. Financially I'm stressed. I ain't got no money for the studio to rock and roll or rap, but for the butchers, bakers, nurses, truckers, firefighters, LOV to the doctors, LOV to the bakers, those flipping some of those burgers. Hey, work is work, but my problem as an ash-free artist, HFA, high-functioning autistic, is the maintenance of regular employment, you know. The maintenance of regular employment has been a difficulty, you know, a difficulty in maintaining regular employment, you know. That has been just on my side of my difficulties as an individual, and I had many employments. We gotta get going on that. And here's the neighborhood, you know, and I used to do laundry right there. I used to do a little bit of that laundry right at the corner, but now I don't kind of have to do it because I have it at home. But for like 45 months, I just come there, maybe 5 years. I moved about 7 years ago. I've been living there because I just don't remember. I wish I would have had a little bit of finance to do a little bit of something here with this building here, you know. And we got to reconstruct and we got to implement my DRT. I'm going to discuss now the DRT because now it comes to it, and the DRT would makes us be able to reparate or repair and do, of course, a lot of reparations like this, to do a lot of reparation to rebuild North American Collective, my brothers and sisters, and need to mass donate, and we need to rebuild, repaint, and I wish I would turn this into a community center with like a spa, sauna, spa. Of course, there has to be maintenance, you know. But maybe with a public-private partnership, security forces, firefighters, police, we could do some good because my CIT, citizen integration community, citizen integration across all levels of the security apparatus of the North American Collective. And I was served in the beginning of the RCMP, the Mountie in the past, like where it was before it was called Mounties. Before it was called Mounties, I gotta be cautious here. Crossing the streets, watching for the children. Watch the children first, you know. It's, their safety first, you know. Their safety first, so it's something which I gotta do. Gotta be maintained, but I wonder because it's been a few years with that. It's been a few years with that there, so it's gonna be a little bit. Of with that. So. Just gonna tie my shoes. Tie my shoes. Brother, is this to sell or to throw away?
It's like wasted.
Oh yeah. Can I take it?
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. I was gonna come inside to ask you if you're gonna use it.
No problem.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Give me some lettuce. Donate a little bit of lettuce, man. A little lettuce, you know? Thank you. So, here in the neighborhood and donate a little bit of lettuce. And I guess somebody, if you want to take that, I left it for somebody else. You know, not be too selfish. And we're going to get it on the go. That's what we're going to get on the go. The children are happy, I'm happy. I always got to watch out for them with the cars, you know. That's what matters at the end of the day. The children, the youth are innocent, you know. And here in my own neighborhood, I gotta thank my citizen who said hello and said a little bit of wink, and donated lettuce. I didn't take all the vegetables. I wanted to be not less selfish, but I wanted to leave a little bit for the others, so which I did, and I just took a little bit, you know. I didn't even take half. I just took like 11 leaves, not the bunch, there were only a few, like a little bit, so I'm grateful, thankful. I was wondering because there was no price and I was checking the vegetable and I asked, he came out, said no, that's to throw away, so I left some for others because I know that some people do that dumpster diving, and I know for a fact there's a lot of corporate waste, but that's an independent business which I love to support. That's an independent business which I love to support, also independent business. And please, corporations, give a little bit of charity, you know. Super important to get a little bit of that charity done. And get a little bit of that business done, and it's not all about the money. And I will, of course, to discuss the DRT, but I really need to go to the washroom there, so that's gonna be the washroom. Turn my head left and right, and there's gonna be the third video. We're gonna rock and roll for the third all the way towards the sunset, sun rises and sun sets, and that's when we're gonna drop it by the side. But I really need to go to the washroom, you know, because grateful, thankful for those who build the aqueducts, you know. So we have cleaning, running water. The aqueducts, the sewers, public workers. That's why I got, you know, here there's a washroom, public washroom, which I can utilize now. The public washroom. So it's labor, eh? Brains and muscle. So that's what it is with me. So always grateful, thankful, rent paid, electricity bills paid. Gotta watch it on the go now. So it's always something which I gotta take into consideration. See, play that gender neutral, and here we are, rock and roll. Not bad. Gonna use this because I don't know how many people touched it, and although I have my antibacterial, I'm a bit obsessed about microbes, bacteria, germs. Since I had COVID, and I try to keep those habits, not go back to anything I don't will to back to anything. So here is the lettuce. So I took a little bit, I left a lot. A little bit, I didn't take the other ones. The other ones look good. There were like 3 peppers, like five boxes of peppers. I didn't touch those, but here it is, lettuce. I just have to wash it. It's still in good condition. I'm gonna make myself sandwiches tonight. So that's gonna be utilization for those lettuce. And I gotta really go to the washroom, so see you later.